welcome back to another episode of my Georgia Bulldogs Dynasty here on College Football 25. We're in year 4, week 10, number 3 in the country, 7-1, and we have got a monster matchup here against the number 5, 7-1, also 4-1 in the SEC, Florida Gators. It has been a long road for this Florida team, but they are ready for the big time. As for us, we're coming off 4 straight victories. The last one was a 17-3 win over LSU, where we've really left a lot on the field. 8 drops, 5 of them from Fernando Cantrell in a rain game. Really hurt what really would have been a completely dominant performance. Great performance from the defense. And yeah, ran the ball pretty well, able to take care of business. But this Florida Gators team, well developed, they are ready for the big time. And I think this is going to easily be the toughest game that we have had with them so far in this series. Their only loss was a surprising one on the road to Missouri. Missouri came from behind, got the win late, was able to take care of business in that game. Lagway was good for sure. But it was just one of those times. I mean, Aiden Glover here from Missouri just had a really nice game. Had the big play here to Jalen Love, 75-yard touchdown. Other than that, this Florida team has done really well. Now, their schedule has not lined up to be quite as overly difficult, I feel like, as ours. But, coming off an impressive win against Auburn, they did beat LSU on the road. This is a good football team. And when we look at them, of course, their quarterback is still DJ Lagway, who I believe we have picked off at least 2 times every year of his career, including as a true freshman when he came in mop-up duty and played against us and threw 2 picks. Now, his sophomore year showed the highs and the lows of what comes with sometimes being a first-year starter with 18 interceptions. Last year, stats just came down. They were not as explosive, but the interceptions also came down a ton. He cut them in half on essentially the same attempts. This year has been the good mixture of both, right? He's taking care of the football, found the explosive plays again, completion percentage is back up, having by far his most yards per game. He is going to be without his top running back, as KD Daniels is out for a couple more weeks with a dislocated ankle. But good running back behind him here in Jaden Baugh, Treyon Webb. All these guys are still here. Devontae Ali is a guy that they're looking forward to getting in. They need to get some running backs in here for sure. They have an incredible trio of wide receivers here at the top. Aiden Mizell, TJ Abrams, Andy Jean. Then they have Darren Raggle, 99 speed, but these guys are explosive. They can make plays all over the field. They can do stuff after the catch. Just a really, really good wide receiver room. I mean, this is as good as it's going to get. This is very up there with that Jeremiah Smith, Ohio State wide receiver room. And they got good tight ends. Maybe not the most explosive, but a good group there. The offensive line, pretty good all the way across. I also still want to point out, as I always do every time we play them, it looks like they're going to get a 1-year start. 1 year as a starter out of Deontay Riggs as a 5-star quarterback recruit that I really, really wanted that first year, that first class. Unfortunately, with his lack of playing time, he has not developed as much as he otherwise would have, but an incredibly talented player, very fast. Looking forward to playing him next year. Offensive line is really good. Defensive line, scary player here in Cameron James. Been a focal point for them. Definitely one of the best players here on this team. He's had 3.5 sacks so far this year after getting 8.5 last year. Been very, very productive. He's outstanding, one of the best edge rushers, edge players in all of college football. Defensive line all across is excellent. Linebacker group, really talented guys. Really, really talented. Not as explosive right here up the middle with these guys, but this is a great linebacker group. It's a very fast, if you can believe this, cornerback room. With a lot of these guys, or all these guys coming from Florida. So very athletic, great size, great speed. Secondary, Khalid Dunsmore, 95 speed, redshirt sophomore here at free safety. Great player. This is a very, very dangerous Florida team take care of the football, hope that we can run it, create the big plays when you can get them. I mean, that's pretty much all this comes down to. And, yeah, of course, we're going to rock with our regular uniforms. We're going to give them the current home, let them rock the blues while we rock the reds. I think that just looks great when these two teams get to go against each other. It is yet again the game of the week across all of college football. Of course, a top 5 matchup in Jacksonville, Florida, the world's largest outdoor cocktail party. I know they don't like to technically call it that anymore. Let's see if we can get after DJ Lagway, see if Georgia can force a couple of turnovers here, see if we can. If we win the turnover battle, I feel good about it. I think we're still slightly better than them pretty much everywhere but that wide receiver room, but I feel like we do got the pieces that can still give them fits there. Who's going to be the guy that steps up? DJ Lagway, of course, just an extremely talented, awesome quarterback, and with his group around him, I think this has got a chance to be an explosive fireworks field game here. And Georgia is going to start off getting the ball as Florida kicks it away in a top 5 matchup here in Jacksonville. Addington gets a chance to return it. Doesn't get a whole lot there, but does get up to the 21, and that is where Georgia is going to take over. Of course, won the last meeting 24-3. Georgia's won 6 games in a row in this series. Florida has really, really struggled to do much of anything on offense so far the past 3 years. Georgia's going to come out with the ball here. 2 tight end set. See how Georgia wants to attack to get things started. Leonard takes the snap. Going to get this to Cantrell. A 3-yard catch there. Thought they were going to be showing pressure. They did send it. He got the ball out quickly. Stick with this 2 tight end set. This one's a handoff to Tobias. He's able to break that first tackle. Ends that run with some physicality there. Sets us up with a 3rd and inches. You know that Georgia in these 3rd and shorts, they're going to make you stop this run. Leonard hands it off. This Tobias. Nice run there again. Running back of the year last year, trying to get off to a quick start. Now we see Easy out here. Just a 3 wide receiver set. Pull Kelton Smith around. Easy takes that up. It's a gain of 3. He's done a really nice job getting the extra touches that he has gotten this year. Hopefully he continues to play well. We need him to help take some of the pressure off of Tobias. Now Easy goes in motion. I'm going to try to dump this down to Easy. He gets good blocking, cuts it up. And this is with physicality and gets a first down out of it. Georgia has done a really nice job here. I would say most of this year of starting games off pretty well. They got 3 wide receivers here. Tuggle goes in motion. Try to set up a screen to him. Gets the block there from Tobias on the outside. Ends up getting a first down there from Dale, able to block a couple of players. Tuggle has not been filled with a bunch of explosive plays here in his junior season. Kind of filling the Anthony Evans role, at least a spot in the lineup. And Tobias, what a carry. It's inside the 10, almost into the end zone. What a run from Tavares Tobias. Let's take another look at that. The junior, the running back of the year last year. Watch just the effort. 1 broken tackle, another broken tackle. Re-acceleration, explodes away from the defenders. Finally gets brought down at the 1. What a job from him there. Georgia now punch this one in and finish off this drive in dramatic fashion. It's a 1st and goal from the 1. 2 tight ends, a wide receiver. It's a crack toss. Tobias is going to get it in and be able to take advantage, be rewarded for his efforts. Georgia goes up quickly here, right down the field, get break blocking, make plays. Dawgs' kick is up and it is good, and Georgia is up 7-0 going right down the field. 8 plays, 79-yard drive. Putting DJ Lagway in this Florida offense, just putting them in a bind early, just knowing what could come if your defense does not make something happen quickly. DJ Lagway, of course, has had major struggles against Georgia. He's thrown 6 interceptions in 3 career games against these Bulldogs. They are going to come out 3 wide receivers, maybe 4 wide receivers actually. It's going to be a handoff this time. The ball, uses it with physicality. Peel does get the tackle there. It's a gain of 8. Ball getting extended playing time due to hit KD Daniels having that dislocated ankle. That's a shot down the field in Florida. Attacking early, Andy Jean. Down the field, excellent pass there from DJ Lagway. Said they are not going to go down without a fight. I promise you, number 2 wants to get a victory against Georgia before his career is over. This might be his last opportunity to do so. It's going to be a run. Chris Cole does a nice job getting across there. The ball able to get away from him. Ends up making that a gain of 8. See what they do here. It's going to be a play action. I'll throw that over the middle Lagway that time. Let that one get away from him. Had his man, but just did not hit it. Georgia's going to attack. It's a play action. Throws that in the middle. Great catch there from his tight end. Gilliam able to bring that in. That is his first career catch. Gets it on a 3rd down. Nice effort there. Florida's offense. It'll be a play action here again. Changing the eye level. Georgia has struggled with running backs all year. The rushing yards in total don't look as bad because of the sacks that they do get, but they have really struggled to stop, opposing teams' rushing attacks, trying to look out for that. Another pass here inside. Gene in Florida looking to answer quickly, already inside the 5. Lagway's going to take it. This is going to be a toss. They get him to the outside. Went down maybe in the backfield there. McNabb, of course, had his signature play of the season being that pick 6 against Florida State early in the year. 2nd and goal here. Drop back to throw it. McNabb almost jumped that one. Does tackle him down there right at the line of scrimmage as well. Getting a couple of touches here on this opening drive. It's now a 3rd and goal. Go empty. Lagway, of course, a great athlete. Drop back to pass. Lagway's going to try to scramble out, and he is going to get into the end zone. McNabb could not get over there. And DJ Lagway with an excellent first drive to answer here. Georgia goes down the field and scored. DJ Lagway answers, goes back the other direction, finishes that run with physicality, puts it up. We are tied. 8-play drive for Georgia, a 10-play drive for Florida. Both teams putting points on the board. I think we could be in for an explosive game here. Adenton takes that up to the 21 where he is brought down. Adenton, of course, did not get a single offensive touch last week against LSU. Got to think that Georgia's going to want to rectify that today. Leonard, it's a handoff to Tobias, brought down. Nice play there from the linebacker. Just a gain of 1. Stick with 3 wide receivers total by himself on the left side. Leonard takes the snap, going to dump that off, try to get that screen up to Tobias. He's going to take the screen. Goes in and out, trying to utilize his blockers. Leonard now dealing with a bit shot there on that play. He's a little banged up. Georgia tries to take care of him for a possession or 2 here. Looks like Florida might get aggressive. Dallas sent in motion. He's going to get inside. Dallas is now going to explode out. He breaks the tackle. Down the sideline, gets inside the 35 to the 34. Dexter Dallas not have the big explosive play last week, but gets a big explosive play there. Love to see it when you can. Now let's see, 1st and 10 here from the 34. Leonard takes the snap. Oh, throws that late to Tuggle. Thankfully, put enough to the outside that would not come back to bite them. First mistake there, though, from Leonard. Gets away with it. Leonard takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Easy. He bounces it back to the inside. Easy with a big-time juke. He's almost to the 10. This Georgia offense right now is just absolutely humming early in this one. Easy and Tobias all making all kind of plays. Leonard takes the snap and try to get that to Tobias. Thankfully, that did not become a turnover. Had to get a little quick with that throw. Let's see. Leonard takes the snap. We get this to Tuggle underneath. It's a gain of 7 out of that. 3rd and 3. Might be 4 down territory here for Georgia. Leonard hands it off to Bias. Set up a 4th and 1. Georgia has struggled to kick field goals from this close. 4th and 1. 2 tight ends out there. Leonard's going to take it. He hands it off to Tobias, who's going to get into the end zone again. His 2nd rushing touchdown of this first quarter. Georgia paying off dividends with their aggressiveness, their ability to run the football. Jadowski's kick is up and it is good. It's a 14-7. These offenses have had 3 total drives between them, and they have each ended with 7 points being put on the board. A 9-play drive there from Georgia. We've had an 8-play drive, a 10-play drive, and now a 9-play drive. These offenses absolutely on fire. I see Yaakov Craycraft makes a nice tackle there in the open field. Okay, see how Georgia responds here defensively as Florida really put one on there them in that first drive. It's a play action. Don't get suckered into it, but he has time. Finds Mizell there on the side as that is the end of the first quarter. Georgia up 14-7. Florida, though, has the ball, and they've scored a touchdown. The only drive they've had at both these quarterbacks off to great starts thus far. Excited to see these 2 guys. I think are 2 of the best quarterbacks in the country from a pure talent perspective. 2 tight ends set here. It's going to be a play action here again. Lagway's going to scramble out. Too big of a hole. Definitely think that Georgia is going to have to put up a quarterback spy in this one if they do think that Florida's running it. That's going to be throwing it, because you don't want to do too much of it. You want to get after this guy. Ball gets a nice run, hooks with a solid tackle there. He's making that just a gain of 2. Ball is about to get a little extra running room. 2nd and 14. Might be a time where Georgia can put up that quarterback spy, and they do so on that one. Jones, got to have that one. Man, Lagway gets away with it. For whatever reason, he has really struggled not turning the football over against Georgia in his career. Just got away with one there, and Lagway throws it away. Florida now desperately looking for a defensive stop. We're still early. There's a lot of time left in this game. This is a Georgia team that, as long as their wide receivers are catching the football, it seems like they can create problems. They're starting to get into rhythm with what they are trying to do on a game-for-game basis. Let's see what happens here. Leonard takes the snap. Going to get this up the field to Riddell. A huge carry. He's inside the 30, inside the 25, breaks another tackle, and Jaden Riddell gets into the end zone. We have not seen 23 make a bunch of explosive plays, but he does so here. Florida sends pressure off of that right side, and Georgia makes them pay. Quickly throwing that up the seam, just a bullet, making the big play. They run that to try to set up the bomb to Addington, and instead it is Riddell making 2 guys miss in the secondary. A 70-yard touchdown catch for him. Jadowski's extra point is up, and it is good. 21-7 lead here now for Georgia. Eldon Leonard on fire here so far. Tobias with 2 scores. Leonard finds Riddell for a 70-yarder. Big time tackle there from Easy. Georgia has to feel good about where they're at right now. They got a good stop on defense last time. Can they get one here? It's a throw to start things off. Finds a tight end, making a couple of has missed there. 8 of 6. Second and 4 is going to be a play action. Lagway's going to try to scramble out again. Almost takes a shot. Got to pick and choose your battles with that quarterback spot. Georgia's done a good job utilizing it when they've needed to. They're going to have to do it today. Lagway's too good. It's going to be a halfback draw. Thankfully, McLeod just makes a play. Another tackle for loss for him. Webb might have been out of there. Second and 11. It's going to be a halfback base there. Gain of 4. 3rd and 7. This is where Florida can be put into a box. You're going to have to throw. Lagway is going to have to make throws from the pocket. Next one there on the left side has that one completed. Be a first down. Lagway so far showing off. He made some great plays so far with his legs, including a rushing touchdown. Going to be a handoff wide. Great play there from Jones. That's a loss there on that play. Junior from Virginia. Making something happen here. It's a pass. We'll get that underneath. It'll be another first down. They're making plays. Lagway so far has looked good throwing the football. Georgia just has to make him beat them from the pocket. I mean, if he does, he does. To disguise, change things up, plate. Lagway's got nowhere to go with it. He's breaking a tackle though. He gets a gain of 9 out of that. Second one. Be a pass, and he's going to immediately get sacked. Georgia sent the pressure. Justin Williams comes through clean there on the play action. Going to set up a 3rd and 6. Georgia now in a much better spot here to try to get a stop. And they get it done. Shaughnessy and Xavier Scruggs out here. It's a little inexperienced at linebacker, but they do a great job in coverage. Lagway has to throw it away. Reggie Crum out here to attempt a long field goal of about 53-ish yards here. Georgia has not blocked a field goal in a long time. They don't have to block this one. Crum cannot pull that one at all. Georgia doing a great job now on defense all of a sudden. Be a handoff to Tobias. Tries to cut that back. Ends up being a loss of 2. Okay. What happened? Second and 12, they go with a bunch set here. Leonard very comfortable throwing out of this. He takes the snap. Get that quickly over to Cantrell. It's going to be a first down for him. Leonard playing so well early on in this one. Leonard's going to take the snap. Get this quickly over to Blank, gets it up the field, just enough to get a gain of 3 out of it. We're trying to be posed, trying to play really well, and so far they have already scored more points than they did against LSU all last week. Leonard now scrambling, able to duck down and get the first down. Ran man, Leonard was finally able to work his way around and made a play there. Leonard takes the snap. Quickly get that to Addington, who again did not get a touch last week, but gets one there. Leonard 10 for 12 so far, 165 yards and a score. Leonard, this is going to be a handoff to Tobias, and it's a big run. Big old first down for him. This offense is just completely 100% in rhythm. So far, Florida has had no answer at all. Leonard takes the snap. Leonard trying to scramble out again is going to slide down a gain of 7. Right now, this offense is just in complete control. Leonard showing off a little different value for him. Let's see what they get here. Leonard's going to take the snap. Oh, ends up getting hit there. Almost, probably thankfully, they have thrown that into a bad spot and gotten it picked off instead. Ends up surviving that.
Okay, ready?
3rd and 3, 3 wide receivers. Dawgs comes in motion. Be a screen. Actually, his voice has not gotten a bunch of touches. Gets one here, though. Takes it for a first down. Georgia just highly efficient right now. Will be 2-minute warning. Okay. Back out. Leonard takes the snap. We're trying to throw that one wide for Dallas, and he cannot bring it in. Leonard didn't quite get that one out far enough for Dallas to be able to bring it in for a catch. It was a 2nd and 10. They set it up nicely, just didn't quite have the execution. Leonard takes the snap. This one slowly waits for Dallas to get across, a gain of 5 there. The team is just playing with confidence right now. Leonard takes the snap. Gonna get this over to Cantrell, who brings it in inside the 5 down to the 2. They have no answer right now for Leonard in this passing offense. Nothing. Leonard on the empty takes a snap. Gonna get this down to Cantrell, and that is a touchdown. Georgia putting one on Florida here. Keldon Leonard, 14 of 18. 2 touchdowns so far today. Georgia is up 28-7 in this first half. What do you do? Just an outstanding performance in this first half from this offense. Really making up from, at least the wide receivers are, from kind of the goose egg that they put up last week. I mean, all the drops, all the missed opportunities that they had to really put one on LSU. So far, they are putting it on Florida here. This is a big-time matchup. It'll be a little RPO, a little screen. Excuse me, they're going to call off Jones. He kind of came out there and blocked me. Okay. Ends up being a first down, 1.5 minutes. Florida is desperate to get some points right here. Really need to get something on board here. Nice play, nice catch. Teams having a good first half here. Georgia I just don't think they're going to let them beat them over the top here. Where for Lagway to go, finally just dumps it off. 4-yard gain. Ball does get out of bounds there at least. Stops the clock. Georgia quickly adjusted with the quarterback spy. Now, Lagway has to make other plays. It's that underneath. It's pushed out of bounds. So it's not going to let them beat them down the field. That underneath, and Chris Jones almost jumped that. Picked it off, tried to bait him into it. Lagway tried and tested him and was able to get a successful pass off. 3 wide receivers here. Now they're going to send the pressure, dump that off. He does catch it. Florida has to use their 2nd timeout. So they have gotten another drive where they missed a field goal. It was a long field goal, though. They have not really threatened a touchdown just that opening drive and get that underneath. Another catch there for Gene. They're now inside the 20. Time is running short here, though, for Florida. 20 seconds left, just one timeout. Does Georgia bait them into a turnover here? I think that's the big thing. Want that off underneath, but he's going to get out of bounds, I think. He does. Georgia may just try to go after him maybe a little bit here. Get that underneath. He's tackled. He goes out of bounds. 4-yard line. 6 seconds left. How aggressive do you want to get here? It'll be a throw over the middle, and they connect. DeMello got beat on the slant there in man coverage, and Abrams able to put another score on the board. Lagway finishes up a really, really great first half for him. Florida does get the ball to start the second half, assuming Georgia doesn't find a way to score here in this final 7 seconds. They'll get the opportunity to cut this lead down to 1. Andre Evans going to take this up to the 21. Georgia may get a chance to see if they can create a shot play down the field. Let's see what they get. We've already hit Riddell for a 70-yarder. Leonard takes the snap. He's going to take a sack, and Georgia just going to end up going to the locker room here. Put up a really, really impressive offensive performance. They scored every actual full drive, scored a touchdown that they had in the first half. They're up 2 scores. They've gotten playing okay on defense. Lagway's been able to make some plays. Ended up doing what needed to be done there to kind of close that gap heading into halftime. Now Georgia gets a chance to come out on defense here to start the second half, get a stop, give their offense a chance to get back on the field and put more points on the board. I think if Florida does not get a score here and Georgia scores again, I feel like this game is over. So this is a absolutely crucial drive here for DJ Lagway and the Gators to see if they can get this done. Of course, the top 5 matchup, Georgia really, really played well in that first half. Can they just continue to do so here in this second half? It'll be a 1st and 10. They're taking over at the 19. I think Florida needs to go get a touchdown. I really do. 3 wide receivers. Going to be a read option. Oh, a read option, slot option combo. Gets that to Gene, and that is a nice play there. We have not seen that, I don't think, a single time over these 4 years. Big time play there. 3 wide receivers, of course, still. Sent in motion. It's a play action. Trying to find something up the seam. He's going to take a shot down the field. It's DeMello and Abrams, and DeMello thankfully able to knock it away. Thought that Florida had struck for the long touchdown there. It falls incomplete. DeMello just barely making that play. Boom, kill shot there. Nice play from Cole. Now going to set up a 3rd and 9. Georgia has struggled with leaving him too much time to stand around and find somewhere to throw the football. They answer again here. He gets it to his guy, but a nice play out there by Peel. One-on-one coverage. Able to hit ball and goes out of bounds. If Georgia can get a score on this drive, if I'm Florida, I might fake it. They do not, though. Addington not going to be able to return that one. Georgia's going to take over at the 35. You can see Georgia looking for the shot play here. Put this one away. Might have it set up here. Addington goes in motion. Leonard takes the snap. Or try to go underneath. Instead, just flashes that over to Cantrell. It's a nice big play, and Cantrell jukes out a guy. Gates left looking for his jock strap as Cantrell hits him with a huge play there down the field. Did not force the big throw. Just extreme patience. Leonard just having maybe the game of his life here. Leonard's going to hand it off to Tobias. They were able to get through. Tried to run it away from that immediate pressure. It did not work out that time. 3 wide receivers. Leonard takes the snap. Going to quickly get this to Tuggle. Going to get up the field. 8 yards there. It's now a 3rd and 4. Three wide receivers. 3rd and 4. Leonard takes the snap. Going to try to get that to Cantrell, who's going to drop it. Golly, man. The drops. Georgia's been too good. They've been too good on offense. I think you have to get aggressive here. Cantrell drops would have been another touchdown for him. It's just a 2 reset here. Leonard takes the snap. Going to get this underneath the Tuggle on the 4th down. Get the conversion. Leonard worked all the way across the field. Just what a game from him. So far, anyway. Want to take the one-on-one shot. They bail out. Do a nice job of kind of disguising what they wanted to do there with Dallas for a second. Leonard instead just keeps working, goes all the way back across. Just as he's about to get hit, sees that drag open up underneath. Get it over there to him. Man, he's been outstanding so far today. Leonard takes the snap. Let me get this out to Dallas. Dallas is inside the 10, inside the 5. Yeah. This offense, they have looked just astounding so far today. Leonard takes the snap. Let me get this to Dallas. He drops it. Georgia has dropped what would have been a couple of touchdowns here. Let's see. It's now a 2nd and 5. 2nd and goal from the 5. Leonard might try to scramble this one out. He does immediately roll out to his left. He's just going to take it up, and he takes it in. Keldon Leonard. What a performance he has added on, even with his legs. His 3rd touchdown of the day. First one on the ground. He's gotten 2 through the air, and Georgia gets the defensive stop they were looking for coming out of halftime. Then go down the field and make it happen. A big 4th down conversion. Keldon Leonard didn't force anything there, ducked it in, got a rushing touchdown. Both quarterbacks have done that. What a performance from Keldon Leonard. I mean, what a job so far. 35-14. They have. It's just been a super impressive day. So far for this offense. They've been perfect. Every actual drive they've had so far has ended up with touchdowns. You don't get that a whole lot. Take it up, just a short return. Man. See what Georgia does here. Oh, little fake option pass out there, so they utilize that again. Get a gain of 6 out of it. Lagway. An impressive athlete, no doubt about it. Bring that up the seam. Getting into cover 2 there. 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, kind of always looking for like the toss out straight to the left side. Lagway takes it. It's going to be just a handoff. Jordan Hall just blew that play up to begin with. Ball had no chance of even trying to get up the field there. Wrap him up in the backfield. It's now a 2nd and 13. Always looking for Lagway to maybe try to make another play with his legs. Bolden, nice job there. We'll set up a 3rd and 10, and this is where Georgia has really given him fits. Putting the spy up. And just playing blanket coverage. Can Georgia do it again here? Got nowhere to go for it, and out of Najee Green comes around the right side, gets the big sack, and DJ Lagway's nightmare that is the Georgia Bulldogs defense continues to just dominate Florida. Addington takes the fair catch there. Georgia's been super impressive. What a return to form for this offense. I mean, the Cantrell drop that would have been a touchdown notwithstanding. I mean, this has been a big-time performance. Easy. Almost gets a first down there. Keldon Leonard can sense what his team is doing right now. Utmost confidence on this team. Leonard takes the snap. It's a handoff to Tobias. Get forward and get the first down. This is a Florida defense that almost appears set to give up. Leonard's a handoff to Tobias. He bounces. Oh, they do a nice job there. Not quite getting back to the left side as much as he wants to. Ends up being a nice play there from Miles Graham. Got a trio over to the left. Riddell by himself. Or excuse me, trio on the right. Riddell by himself on the left. Leonard takes the snap. Get this quickly out to Tobias. He somehow turns that screen into a 7-yard gain without a single blocker ahead of him. If you're Florida, I don't know what you do. Leonard takes the snap. They send pressure. Gets that over to Dallas. They get the first down. Try to put their hand up to knock it down. It's not enough. They're sending pressure, and they just read it so well. Leonard just completely in control. Hands it off easy. Cuts it back up. Gain of 5. Yeah, they just have no answer for Georgia at all. Easy, set in motion. Leonard takes the snap. I'll try to get that over to Dallas. That falls incomplete. Thankfully, he does tip it. That one might have been one that got away from Leonard. Could have gotten picked off. 3rd and 5. Takes the snap. Going to try to get this to Easy, and he does, and they get the screen. Set up Easy inside the 10. Almost got out. Kind of ran into Dallas enough to hem him up. But Glenn Easy continued to make his impact felt in this one. Georgia just reeling off chunks of yards here consistently. Leonard, it's a handoff to Easy. He's going to cut it up. Gain of 4. Down at the 3. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Again, so far, as we head into the 4th, Georgia up 3 scores. They've scored a touchdown on every single actual drive. The only one notwithstanding was the one-play drive right before halftime. They've just been unstoppable. I mean, it has truly been that great of a performance. Looks like they're going to try to give Easy a score here. They do hand it off to him, number 10. Gains a yard, but gets wrapped up. What do they do here? It's a 3rd and goal. Leonard's going to take the snap. Oh, they try to send pressure. Leonard's going to scramble out again, and he's going to get another rushing score around the right side. Keldon Leonard with a star-making performance here. What a day he has had. 2 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns. Has been electric on 3rd down. And great down the field when he's gotten the opportunity to. Jadowski puts Georgia up a full 4 touchdowns. Georgia has had 6 drives. They have scored 6 touchdowns. Yeah, what just is Florida? If he don't spin there, he might score a touchdown. Lassie does not. What do you do for Florida? Lagway has not thrown an interception. That's at least been a positive. There have been few and far between, and now he's going to try to scramble out. Has to slide down before he takes a big hit. Lagway has made an impact. He's had a good game, you feel like, against the Georgia defense that's certainly been playing better here over the last several games. Man's just not. He just had no help from his defense. Offensive line, like all it takes is like a play, 1 sack. All of a sudden, you're just not getting enough done, and somehow Chris Cole cannot knock that one out. Chris Jones, excuse me. Risby able to make a play there. Lagway. Right at this point, you're just trying to improve things heading into the rest of your season. As Florida, the rest of their year is do or die. They cannot lose another game if they want to make the playoffs, and they're going to likely going to need some help to do so. Great throw, oh, almost a great throw over the middle. And Justin Williams on him, did Lagway whenever he released that. Great throw over to the right side. I mean, Lagway has made plays. It's just, again, Georgia gets the big sack, or they get the tip ball, they get a stop on, against the run to set up a 3rd and long. Like, they have just done those things just, one time for most of these drives. And it's really all it's been. Florida has just not been able to get off of the field on defense. Georgia just continues to make plays, and then they get a 3rd down stop as Webb drives here inside the 10. They get a 3rd down stop. Well, Georgia just goes for it on the 4th down, and Georgia's been perfect. It's just nothing else. Nothing else that Lagway, I don't feel, is off him. They could have scored again, one more time heading into the 4th quarter. Certainly would have helped, but I mean, he's been near perfect. He really has. 3 wide receivers. Lagway, so read option is set up perfectly, but Hooks and DeMello able to bring him down. It's now a 3rd and goal from the 6. Bring out the big bodies. See what they do here. It's going to be a play action. It's going to be a sack. Yep, they're going to call Chris Jones for illegal contact there. He was trying to just get out there with the guys on the play action. Ends up being a nice play call there for Florida. Let's see what they get right here. It's going to be a run. Ball does a nice job cutting that back across. Gets into the end zone. Might be too little, too late. You never know. Florida, you have 6 minutes left. I guess you go ahead and start kicking onside kicks. That kick is up and the kick is good. They are going to come out in the onside kick. And Georgia get the recovery. Will be the big thing here. Dexter Dallas dives down. Georgia takes over at the 50. Now it would kind of suck if with Georgia's performance they somehow don't score a touchdown on this drive. Georgia definitely focus is trying to run out the clock. The carry goes to Tobias, and it's a big gaping hole yet again. He gets another 1st down. 13 carries, 70 yards, 2 touchdowns for him. And this offense just absolutely on fire today. They just are just cooking. Leonard takes the snap, hands it off to Tobias. Almost got out of there for a nice gain. 2nd and 8. Leonard's a handoff to Tobias the time he gets wrapped up in the backfield. This is where it kind of sucks because then his stats start really getting hurt on these plays. I promise you, Georgia want to get another touchdown here. Leonard, they send Tuggle in motion. Screen to him. He gets the 1st block, but Tuggle cannot get to the outside there. Only ends up being a gain of 2. It's a 4th and 9. In Georgia, in an effort to try to run out the clock, do in fact not score a touchdown on every real drive they have. See if Lozano can pin this one deep. Great punt if they can get there, and it does not, and it bounces into the end zone. So ends up not really being worth the punt there at all. Okay. 1st and 10. So Florida was able to score. They're still down 3 scores. 3 minutes left. Georgia though does not want to give up more points. They can duck down there. Not gonna let him just scramble around. Dumps it off underneath. Crawford gets run over there a bit by Mizell, but Jones makes a nice tackle there behind him. Big time shot over the middle. He just misses it. Lagway, I will say this, has definitely misfired a couple of times in this game. I mean, definitely missed some throws in the intermediate part of the field that, like, if I were, you know, making a draft class, I guess, you know, kind of based around me watching some of the guys with my own eyes, like, I would say that you'd have to turn down Lagway's intermediate accuracy a little bit. He has missed some throws there over the middle in the intermediate part of the field when he's not really getting hit and stuff on top of that. Underneath pole with the open field tackle. Almost for sure going to take us to the 2-minute warning. They might get the snap off. I think they will, actually. They do. Underneath. Breaks a couple of tackles. Look at Ball. Big time. Strong finish there from him. Actually broke 3 tackles on that play. 22-21. Don't give up the big shot. That's really all you're trying to do here. They actually almost get a sack and then almost had that ball stay up long enough to get intercepted by Najee Green. Just making so many plays. It's an empty look. Big time throw there to Mizell over the middle. Breaks a couple of tackles. It's a first down for the Gators. 3 wide receivers. Georgia's trying to get out of here without giving up another score. Lagway going to try to scramble. Instead ends up making a good throw there. I believe that's Abrams on that play. 2nd and inches. Florida still with 2 timeouts. Yep, found a throw over the middle, and Florida scores again. This one to Ball. Georgia pretty well dominated this game. The score is going to look closer than what it actually is here. Assuming Florida does not get an onside kick and score again. 1.5 minutes left, but Georgia, if they get this, Florida still got a couple of timeouts, but it'd be real tough to come away even to get the ball again. Georgia's going to have to at least attempt for the first down here. So Easy gets the carry. They set up for a gain of 3. They call a timeout, of course, as to be expected. Badly need just 1 first down here. It's a run to Tobias. It's a gain of 5. It's a 3rd and 2. All you're looking for is this first down.
Got it. Easy.
Leonard takes the snap. He's going to get that out to Riddell, who's going to get the first down. Really quick RPO. As soon as the defensive back crashed, he immediately got that out to Riddell, and Georgia going to finish this off. Look at this, essentially a shovel pass there. Leonard takes the knee. Georgia 42-28. Game not really as close as the score. This was a 42-14 game. Florida scored late twice. Really, really impressive performance from DJ Lagway. Obviously, a lot of their offense came there late when we're playing prevent defense, really backing off. But Lagway had a great day. But what a performance from Keldon Leonard. The best performance by far from him this year. In complete, total control of the offense today. I mean, just a great day. Just under 300 yards, 4 total touchdowns, 2 through the air, 2 on the ground. Didn't put the ball in harm's way. I mean, man, they scored a touchdown their first 6 actual possessions. Big time victory against a top 5 opponent. Again, I don't think this game was as close as like these stats and stuff are portraying. I don't think it was. We were able to make enough clutch stops on 3rd down through the first 3 quarters to separate. We clutched up on 3rd downs ourselves, got the 2 4th downs when we really needed to. Neither team turned the ball over. Like I guess you would have to watch it, because if you looked at the stats, you would say that, that this game was close. And I mean, Florida put up a lot of yards there at the end, but this game through 3 quarters was not close. Now, it wasn't really DJ Lagway's fault. Let's start off with Georgia's stats. Kellen Leonard, 23 of 30, 296, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Rushing Tobias finds the end zone twice, but does not hit the century mark again. Easy continues to look really good. Leonard, 2 rushing touchdowns, making things happen. Dallas, 5 for 62 in the score. Tuggle, 5 for 41. Cantrell, 4 for 55. 3 drops from Dallas. Still struggling with drops as a team. 2 catches for 30 for Easy. 2 for 81. That 70-yarder from Riddell really was the one that kind of broke Florida's back there early on. Got several guys got involved there. Defensively, we had Chris Cole leads the way with 10 tackles. Bolden with 8. Crawford, Peel, each was 7 behind him. Tackles for loss had 2 from Hall, 2 from Williams, 1 from McLeod, 1 from McNabb, Bolden, Jones. Adenaje Green had 2 sacks from Williams and Green. Again, no interceptions. So we're not taking the football away, just making just enough plays. Just enough plays to get the job done. Not a great defensive performance. This was really more about just the defense made enough plays, again, through those first 3 quarters to make it matter with how well this offense played. Keldon Leonard, what a performance. What a day for him. Lagway, 31 of 39, 304, 2 scores, 0 interceptions. He was really good, really involved in the ground. They did not run the ball well, though. That was definitely a very big thing in this game. They did not run the ball well when it was not Lagway. Several guys looked pretty good. Gene was impressive. Azell made a couple of nice plays. Abrams got into the end zone. Just was not enough. Offensive line, I thought, for them did well in protecting Lagway for the most part. Dunsmore, 9 tackles. Gates with 7. Had 2 guys with 2 tackles for loss here. McCray and Fuller. Keeley and Gates also each had 1. Keeley also had a sack. No interceptions. I mean, man, I'm thoroughly impressed. Again, I am no big hater in the way that the defense played. I mean, credit to Lagway. Lagway made some plays here, and I want to use him probably just as the something in the background of the thumbnail. Let's see if we can do something like that. To get him in the background. Leonard has got to be our focus player today. As far as the thumbnail, I mean, just what a, not that one, just what a performance, man. Look, so good. So good in this one. Let's see if I can get one of him just kind of scrambling to take a decent thumbnail picture. But yeah, I mean, feel really, really good with what we were able to accomplish here today. Really feel good about where this team is at. I feel like we really needed that coming off of the way the receivers and stuff played against LSU. Just nice to get that rebound effort from them. Yeah, 2 touchdown win. Really hurts Florida's chances, of course. Lagway, I don't know if he's ever going to get another chance to play us, and we do get the big level up for the coach there. We'll advance a week. We are surviving this gauntlet. That was, of course, the last one of this middle season stretch of just insanity and high-level performance teams were playing. And we do get the 4-star commit, Zach Gibbs, out of North Carolina, quarterback, able to get that done there. We are recruiting a couple of linebackers because I do need some. Again, I think we're going to have some people transfer out this year. Keldon Leonard with his first offensive player of the week performance. 2 touchdowns through the air, 2 on the ground. Get the job done, man. Feel really good about that and the way that all shook out. Week 10, top 25. We had USC over Wisconsin. Michigan upsetting Penn State on the road. What an effort there from the Wolverines. Really putting one on Penn State, who has got a ton of great players. Miami survives Cal. Tennessee throttles Texas on the road. UAB over Temple. Oklahoma over South Carolina. Minnesota over Indiana. A&M over Mississippi State. Virginia Tech over Notre Dame. Washington, now up to number 2 in the country, over Rutgers. Clemson over NC State. Auburn over LSU. Washington State over Western Michigan. Georgia gets the victory over Florida and move all the way to the #1 spot in the AP poll again. Boise State over San Diego State, and a thriller there in the Mountain West. Louisiana gets upset by Troy. Big time loss there. Colorado with the upset on the road over Houston put themselves in the top 25. 7-2 season there for the Buffaloes. Nice job there. Louisiana Tech over Middle Tennessee State. Texas Tech gets beat at home by Baylor. Big 12. A little chaos. Nebraska upsets Ohio State, gives them their first loss of the season. Let's just, out of curiosity, see what went on here. Dylan Raiola didn't have a bunch of passing yards, but 4 touchdowns on the day. Quentin Ives with a nice game there for Nebraska. Glenn Hodges. Why is Julian Sagan not playing? I wonder if he's hurt and it just doesn't show it here. Is that maybe what it is? Glenn Hodges, 2 interceptions, though, really hurt them there. In the end, though, he did provide some value on the ground. Let's take a look now at the season stats. Man, 25 touchdowns, 10 picks now for Kellen Leonard, really trying to increase that touchdown-interception ratio. Done a good job here over the past couple of weeks. That's actually back-to-back games without an interception. Did get away with a throw in the game against LSU, but 4 touchdowns against 0 picks the last 2 weeks. As guys catch the ball and you see what kind of performance you can get out of him, added in those 2 rushing touchdowns. Tobias, yards per game are dropping, and even his yards per carry now dipped a little bit there. Kind of having a hard time getting him going, but just, man, he's such a key focal part of the offense, continues to play really well for us. Cantrell's still the leading receiver. Dallas close behind him, and then there's a bunch of guys that are kind of in the fulcrum of what we're doing offensively. Offensive line, again, had a pretty good day there. No complaints. Crawford, Cole, Bolden, Jones, Hooks are your top 5. Williams also tied with Hooks there. You see the balance that Williams gives us. 47 tackles. He's tied for 5th there. 11 tackles for loss, 5 sacks. Outstanding player. If there's somebody in particular you want to see, you can pause it when you see their name. Tackles for loss. Now you got 4 people in double digits. McLeod, Hall, Green, Williams doing it big. Green here with 8 sacks, leading the way. Should get into double digits, I feel like, here as his senior. Waited his time, making things happen. Justin Williams behind him with 5, and then Cloud with 4.5. Interceptions, all the same. Did not get an interception in this episode, but Georgia gets a big win, getting through this brutality of this schedule here, coming off the bye. At Oklahoma, which we lost, but then at Auburn, at home against Arkansas, 6-3, good team there. Go on the road, beat Alabama, beat LSU at home by 2 scores, then take down Florida. Finally get what should be a bit of a break here against Mississippi State in this next episode. But man, Georgia playing extremely well here, getting the job done. If you enjoy the content, like and subscribe. Check out my Tulane Dynasty also on the channel, and the Atlanta Hawks franchise that I have there as well. Thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time.